Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tutorial Tuesday. My name is Denise Cox, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Trail, British Columbia. Welcome to Bird's Nest Designs. Whether you're watching from my Facebook page or my YouTube channel, welcome. I'm so glad you could be here with me today. So say hello in the comments. Now, if you've never allowed StreamYard the ability to I think you have to authenticate so that you can see, so that when you comment, it doesn't just say Facebook user. It'll actually tell me who you are. So there should be a little instructions in the video. I do apologize that I don't know exactly because this is only my second time using this program. So I see Gail and Tina are here. Hello, welcome ladies. So today I have got a fun card for Tutorial Tuesday. So in the beginning of the week, I decided that I would use the Well Done stamp set as my feature for the week. Little did I know, hi Rose, little did I know that it would be sold out already this morning. So I am pivoting a little. We're still going to use the whale punch. I did design a really brilliant card that I wanted to share with you guys. We're just going to tweak it a little bit. So I'll get some opinions for you guys as we go. But just a reminder that both of these beautiful catalogs are retiring at the end of the month. So May 1st, they retire, and the retiring list is now live on my online store. So you can check that out and see the sale prices, get your orders in, and all that good stuff. All of that went live today. Okay. All right. So hi, Sherry. Welcome. Nice to see you. All right. I'm going to flip the camera down. And we're going to start creating. So this is the current host code. So if you place an order through my online store using that host code, you will not only earn my customer loyalty program tokens, but you'll also get a free gift for me if your order is over $50. So I've got all kinds of designer paper, embellishments, ribbons, all kinds of good things to send in your little package. So hi, Sonia. Thank you for sharing my video. I appreciate it so much. All right, so this is a stamp set that, oh my goodness, where did I put it? Let me just go grab that 1 second. I was cleaning it up earlier and I forgot to put it back on my desk. Okay, so this is a stamp set that I originally used, the Well Done, and I used the fun coordinating punch. So the stamp set is now sold out. But you can still buy the punch, and it's on sale, I believe, for $13 or $18. Anyway, it's on sale. I should have double checked that. So I believe it's $13. Okay, so this is the card I designed. How cute is that? So all that I used the stamp set for was the little heart and the sentiment. So I've got some alternatives that we can use because we can just change things up a wee bit and create something similar. All right, so let's get started. I've got all the bits and pieces already cut up and ready to go here. And we're also going to use these fun opaque adhesive back gems, also retiring. Okay. What do you guys think of this color combination? So I've got gray granite, real red, and this is pretty peacock. That's a little sneak preview of a color that's to come in the new catalog. This is the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper. That's an online exclusive. I love this pattern. I thought it went really, really well with the whales. Kind of looks like Under the Sea if you use your imagination, right? All right. So before we get too far, I want to create our little whales. All right. So using the whale builder punch, we're going to, first of all, stamp out. Let's just set all these bits aside. We're going to stamp 2 full pieces. Actually, I'm going to turn it over so they don't go flying. Okay, so we got 2 whales, so we want 2 of those. Okay, that's probably pretty loud for you guys too. Hi, Christine, welcome. Okay, so now we've got our 2 whales. So the beauty of this being a punch is that we can just simply turn one, right? And now they're facing different directions. So I love that. And then we've got their fins here. And we've got these tiny, don't lose these tiny little eyes. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then the rest of this is the splash of water that'd be coming out of their, what do you call that, at the top of their head? I'm drawing a blank. And then that's some more water drops. But we're not going to use those today. And these are the belly pieces. But for those, I want to use white. So I'm going to run this in again and make sure I'm catching just those pieces. Okay, get rid of this. This works well because I always have a ton of scrap basic white paper, and I'm sure you guys probably do too. So it's easy to just find a scrap to run through the punch. All right. Okay, so we're going to assemble our whales. Now, first of all, I'm going to grab my silicone mat. So I'm just going to grab my silicone mat here. You can see it's got a bit of a film on it from the previous glue I used. I guess I didn't clean it quite well enough. And then we're going to use multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm going to use my Take a Pick tool. So first thing we want to do is add their little belly on there. So I'm just going to put them both. No, I got to make sure I'm going to do these right. That way, yes. Okay, so they're kind of opposite, right? Let's put a little bit of the white glue on. And I'm using my silicone mat because that way if I get glue on it, it's easy to clean up and it's not going to be all over my work surface. I'll just pick this one up. And we're going to stick that right on here. Like that. And these little whales they just pop. Oh, and I see what I did? I did it on the wrong side. This is what I said not to do. Good thing I have more scraps here. Goodness. Okay. Pop it out again. Good thing, like I said, I got lots of white scraps. So we want it to go this way. So now I'm going to flip it. That's what happened. Okay. Pop that on there like that. Hi, Bev. Welcome. Nice to see you. Okay, so there we have their bellies on. Now, you'll notice in my card that these are a darker gray. Now, you could go through the treble and punch out more cardstock in the dark basic gray, or you could do my little cheat trick here. I'm going to bring in my Smoky Slate dark marker, my Stampin' Blends, and I'm just going to color them. So again, let's make sure I'm coloring them the right way. That's going to go on like that. So let's color them really quick. So there's a quick tip. It's a lot quicker. You're not wasting all the paper because you know you can hardly ever get it exactly just this size. You're wasting all the paper around it. So there you have a little trick. Just color your cardstock. Okay. There's that. And then when we got the marker out, we're going to color these tiny little eyes. And I'm going to use my pointy end of my Take a Pick tool to do that, to hold it in place. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got those colored. I can put this cap back on before I bump myself. Okay, so let's put a little bit of glue on. It's just going to fight me the whole way tonight. Okay. Pick this back up. And we'll stick it down like that. Cute. And then we'll do the same thing over here. I'm not going to fuss with putting it down. I'm just going to hold it and do it. Okay, Now, here's the tricky part. These little tiny eyes, so don't lose them. Don't get them stuck to your sleeve. Just grab them with your take a pick tool. We can actually, this is what I did when I first made it. I just put a tiny little dab of glue on there, and then I just sort of ran it on like that, instead of trying to do it the other way, because then can be a bit of a mess. So put their little eyes on. Oh, geez, see? I didn't get quite enough glue on it that time. There we go. All right, so that is done. So we can just wipe off that little bit of glue. I'm just going to use a baby wipe and just wipe that off. Wipe the whole thing since I didn't do a very good job last time. There we go. So that's the beauty of the silicone mat. We can just get our adhesive on it, wipe it off, and all is good. Okay, so we're done with all these bits. There's our cute little whales. Aren't they adorable? So cute. Okay, so now we'll bring in the other bits and pieces. So as I mentioned before, we're using the paper from the Hello Irresistible designer 6x6 designer series paper. This is an online exclusive. I believe it's still available in the online store. At least it was last I checked. So if it is currently sold out, it will be coming back, but I'm pretty sure it did come back. So we're going to layer that on top of our real red. And all of the measurements for today's project will be in my blog post in the morning. So you can catch them all there, but I'm just going to I'm going to adhere. A little tongue-tied today. How's your guys' day been? Mine's been a little bit wacky. It's been one of those days. All right, so we've got the designer paper attached to the real red. And this was I was just going to show you, this is how the paper looked before I chopped it. So you can see how gorgeous that is. And then I just chose to use the top part because these kind of looked like bubbles that they would be, coming up from under the sea. So that's why I chose this paper, and I did want to show you just how pretty that is. And then, of course, the back side is this really nice subtle design as well. All right, so we've got that piece done. Now we can go ahead and grab our gray granite card base. This is just a standard card base. That's 8.5 by 5.5 and scored in the middle at 4 1/4. Okay. And my bone folder was just here, somewhere on this mess. You may be wondering why my bone folder looks quite this messy, and it's because I use this to re-ink my ink pads. So once I get the ink drops on there, I use this to spread it, and then I just clean it, but of course it stains. So I do have a nicer one for videos, but I've left it when I was crafting with my mom. I left it at her house, and so now I have to use this one. So that's the story. All right, so we've got our gray granite. Now we can go ahead and attach the real red cardstock to that. I'm just going to put it right in the middle. Okay. Now, we're going to do some stamping on here. So this is from the Scallop Contours dies. These ones are not retiring, and they will be in the new catalog. So that made me very happy because you all know I like to use these a lot. So on the original card that I created, I used the sentiment from the Whale Done set. It says, "My love for you is bigger than the ocean," which obviously is a great fit for the whales because it's a bundle, right? So it fit well. But because it's retired, I don't want to show you guys something and use something today that you couldn't head on over and purchase in the store. So I'm going to let you choose something. So I've got the Celebrating You stamp set. This one is also retiring, but it is still available. And I was thinking, do we want to put lots of love or happy anniversary on our card with our whales? Or do you see something else on there that might be just as nice? So leave me a comment and let me know which sentiment you think we should use. Okay, I'm just going to lay that right there so you guys can, oh, that's bad. That's right in my light. I'll put it over here so you guys can see. And then in the meantime, I'm going to use a heart. So this again was from the Whale Done, but the Country Bouquet has this gorgeous heart right here. So we're going to use that one. And this one is not retiring, so we'll be able to see this one in the new catalog as well, which will be fun. Okay, so this one has dual hearts, and I only really wanted one right there. So we're going to do a little bit of clever stamping. So I'm just going to open my Real Red ink pad, and because it's photopolymer, it's easy. I'm just going to kind of ink it up without getting ink on that small one. Okay. Then we'll come in and we'll go right along the middle-ish. And we'll stamp that heart. Perfect. So we didn't get any ink on the middle, on the little one. So then, of course, only the larger one stamped. And what are we thinking for sentiments? We got happy anniversary, lots of love. Well, that's cute. Happy anniversary on the outside and lots of love. Good idea, Christine. Let's go with that. So that way we get them both in because I think they're both great. So happy anniversary. That's here. And I'll grab a block. Okay, and we're going to use basic gray. Lots of votes for happy anniversary. So I love that we're combining both of them. That's great. So let's go ahead and I'm just kind of using my grid paper to hold my die cut. Make sure it's relatively straight on there so that when I stamp it, I'm kind of lining it up properly. And here's a little trick. When I'm using the cling mount stamps for a sentiment, because I can't see right through it, I do sample it off first and I line it up with one of the lines at the bottom, so the bottom of the rubber, and I want to just make sure it looks like it's going to be straight because sometimes these aren't straight, right? And so this way, this one looks straight, looks good, so I'm good. I don't have to compensate for it. So I can just stamp that one right on there. Perfect. All right. So we'll set the gray aside because we're going to stamp on the inside. But in the meantime, we're going to flip this over and we're going to add some dimensionals. Hi, Carol. Welcome. Nice to see you here. Okay, so dimensionals, we're going to put 5 of them on there. I don't like any saggy parts, so I don't, if you only put them in the corners, then the middle is going to get kind of droopy. So you always want to have some support on the center when it's a larger piece. So bring back that card front. And we'll put this right smack in the center. And then we can go ahead and glue our whales. Now you could bump these up, but I was thinking that for mailing purposes, it might be better just to have the one, and they don't really need that extra dimension because there's so much going on in the paper that's just so pretty. So this is a time when I'm opting not to use dimensionals. So we're going to just stick this whale over here. And then one over here. Okay, now we have some wiggle room with the liquid glue a little bit. Oh, maybe I'm speaking too soon. There we go. So we can kind of move them over. Okay. Get them surrounding that heart nicely. There we go. How cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so we're not done the inside, of course. We still have to do something on the inside. But I'm going to use the opaque adhesive back gems. These are in the mini catalog and they are retiring. But let's go and use some white. And we're going to take our pick tool and we can pick these up and drop them down where we want them. Like that. Super cute. Honestly, loving these whales. And I don't know about you guys, but sometimes, a lot of times, not sometimes, a lot of times, like almost all the time, when I buy the punch, I use it with the coordinating stamp in the bundle, and I rarely use it for what it's intended, like to be the builder punch, right? And make these cute little animals. So loving, loving the whales. Okay, so now I've got a piece here of basic white. This is going to be our inside. And we're going to stamp lots of love. But I also want to put some designer paper inside it. So I was thinking, this is too short. Well, yeah, it's too short. I like it to cover the whole side. So what we're going to do, even though this is sideways, I want to put a little piece along the side here. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer. And I'm going to cut it to, that paper is 4 inches wide, so I'm going to cut it to 4. And then I think we just need about 1 inch just to get some color and tie it in with the front. Like that. This back. Okay, so let's put a little bit of that on there. I'm so excited that Pretty Peacock is coming back, you guys. Isn't it? It's such a pretty, pretty color. Can't wait. As demonstrators, we got to pre-order starting today. So I got to order all of the pretty new colors. I couldn't just choose a few, so I ordered them all. But that's one of the perks of being with Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator, is that you get to do these pre-orders a month ahead of time. So it's awesome. And if you were thinking that you can't wait to get those colors, then now is a great time to purchase the starter kit. You get to join my team and you get to add the pre-order products into your starter kit. So it's awesome. But okay, so now I got sidetracked with the color. We've got our designer series paper added on here. We're going to pull out the Lots of Love stamp right here. We'll grab another block. Bring back that basic gray ink pad and we'll stamp that right in the center. And then we'll add a few more hearts because we all need to have these extra hearts. They're so cute. Okay, so let's put a couple of little hearts right here. Oh, do we need more? Or do you think just the one set is good? I can't decide. That looks kind of nice with just one, but part of me wants to put one down here too, or maybe up here. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, so I'll leave that there while you guys are deciding. We'll bring this card back in. And then we'll add it into the inside. Looks nice, looks good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just leave it simple, clean and simple, just one set. There we go. Okay, so there is our card that we created tonight. And I got to show you ways that we can just, change things up. So we went from being able to use the Whale Done stamp set here. And then, of course, we just pulled in 2 alternatives. So if you have other stamps in your current stash right now that you love, the sentiments you could pick from, the Celebrating You is a great one to have as alternatives. And then, of course, we can find these little hearts in a lot of different stamps. I just happen to love the Country Bouquet. So that one there. But yeah, it's a really cute way to use these whales, don't you think? All right, so what did I do on the inside of this one? Oh, I have my notes of what all the products I've used. But then, yeah, so here I just put the designer paper and a couple of the hearts. I like the sentiment on the inside. That's great. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to flip this back. Here I am at the end. This new program I I'm using is so simple, you guys. It's making things so much easier. Hopefully it's going to solve some of those technology issues we've been having in the past weeks. But it is very simple to make the changes between cameras, and hopefully you guys can hear me well and the picture's all good. And, you can catch me live on Facebook or YouTube now every week. So if you prefer YouTube, then just head on over to Bird's Nest Designs over there. And if you prefer Facebook, we'll be in the usual place. So thank you all so much for being here tonight and for helping me create this adorable whale card. I think it's super cute. And if you'd like to make a purchase and of any of the sale, oh my gosh, tongue-tied again, retiring products that are on sale, then just head on over to my online store. You can find it through createwithbirdsnest.ca. Click on the shop button. My host code is listed there as well to make it nice and easy for you. And yeah, you can add that cute little whale punch on sale for $13 to your order. Okay, thanks everybody. Have a wonderful Tuesday evening, and I'll see you all back here next week. Cheers.